Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 32 of Brat Said That. Yes, we are at 32 episodes, and we keep banging them out week after week, twice a week. Everybody, I am so excited. Oh, I look like $1,000,000, and I'll tell you why. I'm not going to start off the show with the huge personal announcement. I told you last show that something was brewing, and we got it brewing. It was done. It's cooking, and I'm so excited. I really, really, really am. But, guys, we're going to have a magical episode of Brat Said That. It is, as you can see in the background, Disney-themed. Every week I like to kind of post like the banner with some kind of parody. This week is Disney. And yes, I have the Coke Zero in a Mickey Mouse mug. It's Babes. She is as much of a Disney fan as I am a wrestling fan. But guys and girls, it is just a great week. Great Tuesday. We were supposed to come on last night. I was supposed to come on yesterday. But with everything that just happened in my personal life, me and Babe, we stayed home, we celebrated. We're going to talk about that at the end of the show, so stay tuned, stick around. As always, we start off, make sure that I am live. Guys, it's been, I'm on a cloud nine. I am telling you, I am so happy. Let's take a swig of the, actually it's not Coke Zero, it is fruit punch. Cause I wanted something else, I was like, Anyway, we need to start. Let's see. Is the lighting? How's the lighting? Oh, that's good. Oh, that is good. That is great. We're going to start the show like we do every single week. Pro wrestling. It is the bread and butter of the show. We're going to start off SmackDown new tag team champions. The MFT, Solo Sikoa, and I think Tama Tonga are the new WWE tag team champions. They beat the Wyatt Six. It's about time. Those two factions were feuding every week for months and months and months. Wyatt Six held the belts. Now the MFT holds the belts. Solo Sikoa is giving himself a little bit of a nice little title history. Now we got the North American Championship. I want to say he was like the United States champion. I could totally be wrong about that. But he's been doing great. Now he's a tag team champion. Led the MFT. Which, I don't know what that stands for. MFT. Yeah. They were the Gorillas of Destiny in New Japan. I would like to see them use like a name like that. But hey, I don't pick the names. I don't book the shows. But congrats to MFT. SmackDown. We can do the real quick, off the top of the head SmackDown recap. Carmelo Hayes issued the open challenge. Ilya Dragunov came, didn't win it, but open challenges are cool. Chelsea Green and Jade Cargill and my Jordan Grace. Jordan Grace breaking the internet. She confronted, I'm trying to just, soon to be married kids. But wow. She broke the internet. I can look at the menu. I just can't order anything. But wow. She brought out the big guns for that confrontation with Jade Cargill. And yeah, so I've always been a big fan. I don't have to rush. I'm gonna relax. I've always been a fan of Jordan Grace ever since like her independent days. So seeing her get to the possible WWE World Women's Championship is great. It's perfect. It's wonderful. Chef's kiss. And then Cody came out, had his interaction with Jacob Fatu. But yeah, SmackDown was good. It led into Saturday night's main event, which we're going to talk about right now. Jacob Fatu and Cody opened the show, but they brawled before the match could begin. So they were like, hey, there's no match here. It's a big blood feud, I feel like, but it's not really needed. Come on, guy. Work with me. Hello? Should I do it like this? Hello. Or should I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. This thing is, it's a great, this is what happens when you're doing a podcast with minimal. I mean, the best equipment that I got for Christmas. Thank you very much. But you know, geez, somebody give this thing a blue chew. I'm gonna hold now. Look, it fell off. Anyways, I'm gonna just hold it like this for the whole show because this thing literally just, yeah. But maybe I can put it like right here on my lap. That's not comfortable. But hello. There we go. We're just gonna talk like this for the whole show. But yeah, those two had like a blood feud. I mean, I understand because it kind of costed Cody Rhodes the WWE Championship, but where is this gonna lead? Are they gonna have a little bit of interaction in the Rumble? Is it gonna lead to a match before WrestleMania? I don't think they're gonna have this match at WrestleMania, but they're gonna, continue this feud. Probably have Jacob eliminate Cody or vice versa. That's usually how it happens at the Rumble. But yeah, I mean, I love Jacob Fatu, and of course, we love Cody Rhodes in this house. I don't want Cody to win the Rumble, not because I don't love him, like I just said I do, but I want to see something new, something fresh, even though I do say Roman Reigns is going to win. Cody winning 3 out of 4 times is not a good look, but, we're going to see it in the Rumble. I can't wait. We're going to figure that out. Now that things are a little bit changed in my personal life, we're going to have to see about doing a Rumble watch-along, but we will see. Then Rhea Ripley, and Io Sky defeated the Judgment Day to retain the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. That's 4 competitors that are just great together. I truly think Io Sky is the best in the world right now. Rhea Ripley, too. She is the top of the food chain in the women's division. Judgment Day, I like it, A lot of people thought Roxanne Perez was going to be like a piranha. And, once Liv Morgan came back, it kind of be like, all right, get out of the Judgment Day. But now they're like really good friends. So that's good to see. That's great to see. And, Raquel Rodriguez, a lot of R's there, kids. Raquel Rodriguez is looking to take Stephanie Vasquez's title. So we'll see what happens Saturday night's main event. I didn't get to watch it because I was doing that thing called work for the very last time. Spoilers. But yeah, I did want to see AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. It's pretty much a given. This has been AJ Styles' retirement tour without it being announced. Him versus Nakamura, they got history. WrestleMania 34 in 2018. All the times in New Japan. And now one of Styles' possibly last matches in the WWE. I'll talk about that a little bit later. Against Shinsuke Nakamura. Which, those two, if you go and tell AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura, go wrestle. You got 25 minutes, go wrestle. They put on the greatest match you've ever seen. So, those two, and AJ having Shinsuke as his possible final opponents is something you can't miss. They're doing this AJ Styles retirement run better than they did with the John Cena retirement run. Just let AJ wrestle. He is phenomenal, and I that pun is intended. One of my favorites of all time. I love him. I don't want to see him go. I mean, I've watched this guy since 2002. TNA. If this is his last time in the WWE, we're going to talk about it. We're going to give a little retrospect of AJ Styles, just like we did with John Cena. Because AJ, I've always, even like when it was like SmackDown versus Raw, when he was in TNA, I used to create my character, create a wrestler just like AJ Styles, use the Styles Clash, his theme song, everybody with the hood, hey, tell me to fly, great, phenomenal. I love him. Hall of Famer in every single wrestling promotion, wrestling Hall of Fame that they get. So if his last match is with Gunther at the Royal Rumble, legendary career. But then the main event, like I said, Brastradamus wasn't really hard to pick. Sami Zayn won in Montreal. Defeated Damian Priest, Randy Orton, and Trick Williams to move on to the Rumble to face Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. It was a good match. I thought Trick Williams was going to end it, get a little bit of trickery. Randy Orton hit the RKO, and then he pulled Orton out and then pinned whoever. But Sami Zayn. Now, is it time to put the WWE Championship on Sami Zayn? Yes, he is the ultimate underdog, but not really. The last few years, he's been like the guy. You know, he defeated Gunther's reign. He won against the Usos to defeat their reign at WrestleMania with Kevin Owens, sorry. And, you know, the whole Bloodline storyline, Uso, Honorary Us. But now he's looking to face Drew McIntyre at the Rumble. It's going to be good. I thought if he was going to be in the Rumble, he might be one of them to win. It would have been cute to have Sami Zayn and Roman, the last two, after all their history. But, yeah. So that's going to be the Rumble. That's going to be the WWE Championship match. We're going to talk about that more. But overall, good Saturday night's main event. You know, it's a quick show. You know, it was on Peacock. You know, let's take a sip. Oh, how was your weekend, kids? My weekend was great. Last night, Raw. Raw happened. A lot has happened on Raw last night. I said the same thing twice in two different ways. Alpha Academy, Otis and Akira Cesaro are the new #1 contenders for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Hey, put the belts on Otis. Otis is a great wrestler. He's a great personality. He is a big, beefy boy, and he's always entertaining. Ever since his NXT days with Heavy Machinery. God. I love Otis, even with his time with Mandy Rose. He's entertaining. He's an entertaining guy. Cesaro is great, too. He's like a utility player. You put him in a role, and he's going to do it. Even if he has to pretend he's a ninja, he's going to do great things. The Raw Tag Team Champions are the Usos. So, you know, Usos are probably going to win it another 17 times before they retire. So put it on Alpha Academy, okay? You know, you're doing big things with Maxine Dupree. She's part of the Alpha Academy. So, shout out to the Alpha Academy. Unfortunately, though, it looks like legendary wrestler Rey Mysterio got injured in his match with Austin Theory. Rey's at that point where his career is almost done, and injuries can take that and make quick. I don't know what I just said. I might have just had a stroke. But yeah, Rey Mysterio, legendary wrestler. But looks like he got a little hurt. They did the X, and we'll see. Horrible time too, because if Mysterio was gonna wind out his career, it would be right now. Get one more Rumble underneath his belt. Get one more WrestleMania match underneath his belt. But we'll see. Hopefully, I don't have an update of Rey Mysterio. I mean, we can look it up and see. By the way, I want to introduce my co-producer, Chad LGBT. He's doing good. Rey Mysterio injury update on Rey Mysterio. Let's see. Injury is not serious. Nor is there any word on whether Mysterio will be sidelined by the injury. So, hey, that's good. So maybe he's not injured, and we're just talking about it just to talk about it. But last night, yeah. You know, speaking about the Vision, all Vision members are now in the Royal Rumble. Adam Pearce was nice to lift the suspension of Braun Breaker and say, hey, Logan Paul, hey, Bronson Reed, hey, Austin Theory, hey, Braun Breaker, you're all in the Rumble. Now, here's the thing. I think Adam Pearce was a little bit too nice, okay? We needed somebody. Now, listen, let me tell you. Adam Pearce, legendary wrestler, okay? NWA champion. Even when Babe and I watched Raw, she was like, did Adam Pearce wrestle? And I'm like, funny story. And I showed her all about Adam Pearce's legendary NWA reign as champion. I would have liked it to be hey, you know, Braun Breaker, your suspension's lifted and you're in the Rumble, but you're going in #1. You know, get a little bit of chutzpah. You know, you're the general manager. You can make the rules. You can make the, participants who you want. And speaking about their participants, we have some more names in the Rumble this year. We talked about the ones that have entered already last week. Cody was the first one. Now we have, last night, like I said, all the Vision members and Javon Evans are announced. Then we have Obafemi. Dun, 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 dun. He's gonna make his in-ring main roster debut. No, well, because he faced Cody Rhodes the Saturday Night Main Event, so it's not his debut. He's going to make his Rumble debut in the Rumble, so that's going to be great. Then Roman was announced solo and Jacob Fatu on SmackDown, so now we're very Samoan heavy in the Rumble. My eventual pick, Roman Reigns. Not that I want to. Like, logically, I think Roman's going to win. It's in Saudi. So they're going to want the best of the best. Not saying anybody else isn't worthy of it. It's just, it's in Saudi, guys. Or Riyadh. But yeah, that's the men's. The women, 17 out of 30 entrants. So SmackDown was Chelsea Green, Jordan Grace, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax, Lash Legend, Julia, and the last night, Becky Lynch, and Maxine Dupree announced. So I think we're gonna see Maxine eliminate Becky. That'd be fun, But yeah, so 17 out of 30 for the women, and 15 out of 30 for the men. Gonna be a lot of surprises, I hope. I don't want them to announce any more participants. The roster's deep enough where, you don't have to be in the Rumble. And speaking about not being in the Rumble, it seems like Finn Balor is at a crossroads in his life, okay? So, last week he faced CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship in Dublin. Alright, Dublin or Belfast, one of them. Didn't win, and then said this last night, hey, Punk, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for that. I didn't give you your flowers. I want to thank you for that. And Punk's like, hey, you're one of the best. John's leaving, Styles leaving, Punk's getting old. It's guys like you that are going to take this company, on your legendary back. And then Finn's like, hey, Adam Pearce, I want to be in the Rumble. And Adam Pearce like, hey, bro, I'm sorry. It's full. So we'll see what happens with Finn Balor. I think it's going to lead to Fowler versus Dom at WrestleMania and the Judgment Day. It's overdue. It's long overdue. But speaking about CM Punk and AJ Styles were having a great World Heavyweight Championship match. They played the whole, listen, if this is my last Raw, I want to face the best. And CM Punk's like, well, I'm the best. I got the belt. So those two are two of my favorites of all time. Now, I've had a little love-hate relationship with CM Punk. I've said it many times. I love CM Punk. I don't really like Phil Brooks that much, but now I love them both. But yeah, so if you could put those two together every day, I would watch it. But if this is AJ Styles' retirement tour, him versus Punk, the WrestleMania is right down the street. It's right down the corner. It's in our path. We're gonna start being on the road to WrestleMania. Just retire at Mania. Retire, but we'll see what happens. The Rumble is gonna be huge this year. I did see them, doing the whole construction of not only the Rumble, but the whole arena. And I thought, yeah, that's cool. You started construction, I think, January 5th. And it's all, up and ready to go. But, I'm a logical thinker. I'm like, how's the parking situation? How's the bathroom situation? The food, the seats, the comfort. You can build a shell of anything quick. Especially with what some people are calling slave labor. I'm not saying it. They're saying it. But yeah, the inner workings, I'm really interested in seeing how that's going to happen. But Saudi, Riyadh, they got zillions and zillions of dollars. So we'll see. Talking about the Rumble, as you guys know, I am a writer contributor with Bodyslam.net, and I posted Brat Jackson's top 10 Royal Rumble matches. Go check that out. I made it last night, kind of just, still on my high of what happened. I was like, you know what, I'm I'm going to write this up because I did it for Survivor Series. Excuse me. I do apologize. But yeah, it's not on Body Slam not just yet. They haven't posted it. Come on, guys. You know, I put it in the drafts. It's in the drafts, guys. Check it out. But yeah, so once that will be posted, I'll send a link in the description and go read it. It's fun. It's Brat like, you know, I won't spoil anything, but I'm gonna spoil something. The best Rumble still is 1992, Ric Flair. You know, then I threw in some like, you know, 98 of course, 2005, 2002. So, you know, go check it out. It's a great article. I had a lot of fun writing it. Yeah, so speaking about Rumbles, this guy decides, oh, thank you. I got it from a customer. A customer at work was like, hey, you're a fat guy. I got a 3X shirt. You want it? I'm like, sure. Thanks. I'll take it. Does it come with a box of tissues? Jerk. But no, it's okay. It's okay. But yeah, the Royal Rumble, Chris, Ox, who are you picking to win the Rumble? I like to get other people's opinions. I'm thinking Roman Reigns on the men's side and Tiffany Stratton on the women's side. It would be cool. You know, everybody talks about Bianca Belair coming back, and I hope she does. But she's already won one, and I don't think she's going to win one in Riyadh. That's just me. But one thing, too, WWE 2K26 just announced their 2 editions. Monday Night Raw edition. Yeah, I can't wait for that. And the King of Kings featuring Triple H. Boo. Triple H is the guy in charge, and he is putting his face all over that brand. WrestleMania posters, WrestleMania commercials, King of Kings W2K26. You can't go far without tripping over his nose. Braun or Jacob and Raquel. Nice. Very smart. Raquel, I can see winning because of her feud with Vasker. And Braun, I don't think it's his time just yet. But I can see Braun being in Roman's position in 2014 and Roman being in Batista's position in 2014. But Braun is definitely going to eventually win a Rumble. He's going to headline the main event, WrestleMania. He is the future. And I really do like Braun Breaker. Very intense. Very, very intense guy. But yeah, W2K26, I mean, I get the same game every year. It's just what I do. One thing a good friend of mine once said about these W2K games, it's like the same thing. It's like 2 plus 2, and the next year is 3 plus 3. The foundation is there. Do I see Sami beating Drew Saturday? No. I want him to, but I don't see it. Because I don't think Sami Zayn is going to win. I think they're going to another direction for Drew McIntyre to go into main event, go into WrestleMania as the re-champion. I really, really do. But it would be cool, like Sami wins, but what would you do with Sami? He became WWE champion. Do you give him to him? Like, there's so much more possibilities with Drew as champion than Sami. I want Sami to win the main event of WrestleMania one year. You know, like WrestleMania 10, you had Brat. WrestleMania 30, you had Daniel Bryan. WrestleMania 42, you can have Sami Zayn. That great underdog coming on, accomplishing in the main event. We're not talking about what happened at WrestleMania 20. But, yeah, W2K22, it's out. I'll get it. I'll play it. I'll create it myself. I'll become world champion like I've done every game since I got the first SmackDown. Here comes the pain. AEW is coming to Las Vegas next week. Collision and Dynamite, Pearl of the Palms. Now, I don't know what my schedule is like, but I really was looking into getting press credentials. Like I said, Ox, I am now a contributor writer. Oh, I would love Sami to versus Roman. Now you got me thinking there. Sami Zayn wins the championship. Roman Reigns wins the Rumble. A little little role switch. All right, Ox. All right, Ox. I like what you're thinking. But we'll see. Enjoy the Rumble for, you're all snowed in there in New York, so you ain't going nowhere. But I would like to be going to AEW this weekend. It's at La Pearl of the Palms, right down the street. I would love to get press credentials. I looked up how to do it. You just email them. Bodyslam.net has gave me permission to use them as a credential since I'm working for them. But like I said, I don't know what I'm going to do. Things are different now. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, I would definitely be doing more press credentials for the first time ever coming up soon. Maybe start with like a lower league in Vegas. But yeah, check out AEW. Their live shows are fun. You might kind of talk about their booking, Tony Khan and everything, but being there live, I've been to, I think a Collision, and I've been to a Double or Nothing. It's a good show. They put on a good show. But speaking about putting on a good show, we got to talk about the first ever Zoo for Boxing. It was not that exciting. It was just created by Dana White. He put his boy Callum Walsh in the main event. He's like 6-0 now, so Zoo for Boxing, it's something. They got Zoo for Boxing 2 this Friday. I'd love to get credentials to go there. I think that would be great to introduce myself to the world of that, and being in Vegas, those opportunities are just countless. I love it, but one thing we're going to talk about, something huge, UFC 324 is in the books. First fight on Paramount Plus. I went 3 for 5 in my predictions. Much better than I thought it would be. Justin the Highlight Gaethje defeated Paddy Pimblett by unanimous decision to become the new UFC interim lightweight champion. Sloppy fight in the sense of you ever play those UFC games where it's just knockout, just punches and punches and punches and punches. Exciting fight, sloppy fight, but exciting. But I do got to give it to Paddy Pimblett. He took a lot of those punches. And kept going, kept fighting. A lot of those, some of those contenders that get knocked out by Justin, Paddy took those punches. And a lot of people are hating on Paddy about it. Ilya Taporia and others. It's like the dude fought, he took those hits, gave the hits right back to him. So I don't think you should critique Paddy's performance. It was good. It was great. What's next going, Gaethje versus Ilya is, Ilya is the undisputed champion. Gaethje's an interim. So that is what's pretty much going to be next for both of them. But yeah, Paddy's future looks bright, even in a loss. You might lose a fight, but you didn't lose. I like it. It's one of those fights where you knew it was going to happen. It wasn't going to be a strategical fight. It was going to be a good fight, and that's what it was. It was a crazy fight. In the co-main event, Sugar Sean O'Malley bounced back against Song Yadong via decision. I picked Sugar Sean. Now, I'm not a huge fan of Sugar Sean O'Malley, but, it was a fight back and forth. I think that knee by Sugar Sean in the third round that opened up Song Yadong really kind of just, close it out for Sugar. He's got that Dana White privilege in the sense where, he doesn't have to fight 3 or 4 wins to get an immediate title shot. He's got history with Jan. I don't think they're going to do Marab versus Jan 3 just yet. So, Sugar versus Jan 2 is exciting. So, we'll see what that happens. One thing I was very upset about, the Black Beast, Derek Lewis versus Waldo Cortez Acosta. I told babe, Black Beast is fighting. Put it on the TV. It's going to be entertaining. He's going to knock this guy out. Oh, sorry. Derek Lewis did not look himself. He looked horrible, hurt. I love Derek Lewis. all-time knockout leader in the UFC, but just was not a good performance. Waldo Cortez just, it stung. Like, a good job, though. Like, you won, and you're in a 3-fight, like, I know you're more in a fight. What is that? You're doing your thing. You had 2 knockouts in November, now you got another knockout against Derek Lewis, so you're rising to the ranks, but, man, that was not a good fight. I had Babe watch it, too, and she was like, I'm going to bed. I'm like, I don't blame you. And then the opening fight, the Gene Silva, Natalie Silva, they both defeated Arnold Allen, Rose Namajunas. Nothing exciting. Picked both of them to win. It was whatever. It was whatever. Poor Rose, you see videos of her after the fight signing autographs from fans, and she's sobbing, she's crying. Her championship days might be behind her. I love Thug Rose. She's always, always right there. She won those belts back-to-back at one time, and then she dropped down a strong weight. Her natural weight, it's hurt. Because, when you get into, a sport, you watch these people grow. From Rose, she was starting on The Ultimate Fighter. Even Invicta before that, now The Ultimate Fighter. She, got to the point where she beat Joanna in one of the greatest women's matches or greatest fights on one of the greatest cards of all time. And then she head kicked Zhang Li. But seeing her fail to win the championship or get to that title shot again, it's heartbreaking. But, 3 out of 5 ain't bad. My heart, I knew, I strategically picked Sugar Sean to win. I strategically picked Natalie Silva and Gene Silva to win. But my heart picked Black Beast, and I really thought Patty was going to win. But, shout out to UFC 324, record-breaking streaming viewership from Paramount Plus, nearly 5 million average minute viewers, and over 7 million households reached, making it the biggest exclusive live event on the platform to date. So, let's take a swig. Oh, that's good. That is good. That is good. One thing I am a little upset is spaghetti about. A fight cancellation happened right before the event started. A lightweight bout between Michael Johnson and Alexander Hernandez was pulled just hours before UFC 324 due to betting line irregularities. IRREGULARITIES. That's happened a few times. Dana White's getting really cracking down on these, what that means is, sometimes, you got one guy who's the underdog. I don't know this, so I'm going to try to explain it. You got one guy who's plus 500, favorite. Then you got another guy who's minus 600, underdog, or vice versa. And then one of them, there's news that maybe one of them is hurt. So then things change. Now the underdog's a favorite, the favorite's the underdog. So that can really sway betting. So Dana was like, hey, before anything happened, we're gonna cut this off. They cut it off. So, but yeah, UFC 324 had a lot. Great main event, sloppy main event, good main event. Cold main event, Sugar Sean. I really was hoping for Kayla Hallerson versus Amanda Nunes, but that will be time for that in the future. Something unusual happened too. Veteran referee Mark Smith suffered a torn ACL during an undercard bout and had to leave the arena for medical attention. A rare non-fighter injury that drew significant fan attention. So Mark Smith, hopefully everything heals up quick for you. A torn ACL. Ouch. I've never had a torn anything. I've broken my femur and my clavicle and my wrist twice. And my nose is crooked. And my finger's crooked. You see that? See that? You see that? You see how it's crooked? Oh, no. And coming to the stage next, Alex. But Alex, you're in the right time. I'm going to give out my Bratwurst Award for the week to early prelim card fighter Josh Hokic. Not for his TKO victory at 4 minutes and 59 seconds of the first round, but what he said, you also tore your anus for some pancakes. Well, let me be honest, okay? You know, times change. People change. Anuses change. And, you know, Alex, I did write up my goals for 2026, and it is to have a proper retirement match. So I'll talk to you about that in the future. But yeah, Josh Hokic, after he won his fight at UFC 324, delivered a controversial post-fight interview where, in a WWE-style promo, he included the line, and P.S., Brittany Griner is a man. This remark was directed at WNBA star Brittany Griner, a highly accomplished professional basketball player and Olympic gold medalist, and was widely criticized as disrespectful and inappropriate. Yeah, Josh Hokic, stupid thing to say. You're a preliminary fighter. Brittany Griner is a world famous basketball player. You didn't hit the mark. You try to be flashy, you try to be controversial, but you sounded like an idiot. You played yourself. So for that, Josh Hokic. Wow, there's like a lot of people in here. I love you guys all. Thank you for all being here. He tried to be a W guy, but you know what he just won, McGrady? He won the Bratwurst Award of the Week. Yes, that is right. Don't be disrespectful. Definitely in this time and day of trans hate, even if she is a biological woman, she's just a different kind of person. I don't suck, Alex. This is my show. So, you respect me and my Mickey Mouse mug. But yeah, we're not done yet. UFC 325 is next week. We're going to look and talk about that. But since I have all of you in the room, I do got to talk about it. It is set. The Super Bowl is set. The Patriots versus the Seahawks. Man, let's talk about it, boys. What a loss by Denver. 10-7 in the snow. Mother Nature won the MVP for the Patriots. And then on the other side, Seahawks defeated the Rams in a very good game. And now, once again, the Super Bowl is the Patriots and the Seahawks. We've seen it happen, but two different teams. Finally, a Jet has come back to the Super Bowl. Let me be honest. The Jets are... What happens when the Jets win the Super Bowl? You turn off your PlayStation and go to sleep. Barantis. Let's preview it. Seahawks, Seattle, New England, new team. No Brady, no Belichick, no Gronk, Derek May, and Mike Vrabel. Then you got Seahawks. No Geno Smith, no Pete Carroll. Totally new team. Now, I want to... Well, it's going to be a good Super Bowl, because Super Bowls are always fun. It should be a good game. Exactly, McGrady. See, you get it. You know. I'll check. Yeah, we're all going to watch it. Even if it's this or that. Okay, first off, Jets win next year with Mendoza. First off, Mendoza's my boy. He's going to draft him first. He's going down the street. He's going to be a Las Vegas Raider. Second off, Jets are never going to win the Super Bowl. They are the last team to make the playoffs since 2010. Every other team in the league has made the playoffs since 2010. But the Jets have not. Okay? You know what the Jets need to do? What's the under-over them showing Swift? Well, let's be honest. Swift is not part of... The Kansas City Chiefs are not in the Super Bowl for the first time in a very long time. Taylor Swift has no recollection, So, they're going to have the Rumble at NYWC. That sounds like fun. But, yeah, the Super Bowl, it's going to happen. Speaking about teams that are never going to win the Super Bowl, former Dallas Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy is now the new head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Good addition. Anything that has to do with getting out of Dallas Cowboys is great. So Mike McCarthy is taking over Mike Tomlin's job. And he'll be the fourth, listen to this, guys. He'll be the fourth head coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers since 1969. That's right. Chuck Noll from 69 to 91. Then you have another guy that I don't remember. Then you have Mike Tomlin from 2007 till last month. And now you have Mike McCarthy. Another thing, too, Pro Bowl week. They're doing that flag football stupid stuff. I miss the old All-Star, the Pro Bowl, AFC versus NFC, you know. But, yeah, it is whatever. But, hey, guys, I do want to bring this up, too. Opening day is coming soon. Spring training, less than a month away, boys. Spring training is opening on February 20th. Opening day, March 25th, with the World Series beginning October 23rd. As you know, the puppy ball. Oh, the puppy ball. I love the puppy ball. Yeah, that's the real game of the weekend. But as you know, I'm a White Sox fan. It's been a rough few years for the White Sox. We get the first pick in that draft. So we will see what happens. Mets, they just signed. Who did they just sign, McGrady? I know you're a Yankees fan, so you don't care. Speak about the Yankees. Aaron Judge is the cover athlete for the MLB The Show 2026. So shout out to Aaron Judge once again. I love MLB The Show. I bought every single show since 2008. So like I said, with W2K26, with the King of Kings edition and the Monday Night Raw edition, it's one of those games where I buy every year, even if it's the same game. They just add more characters and more players. So, MLB The Show 26 is here. You know, it's always a big thing to be the cover athlete of a game. You know, this year is Aaron Judge again. I would like to have it been like Kel Raleigh or somebody, but hey, you can't go wrong with the Judge. Verdict says the Judge is the cover athlete. Also, another thing for MLB, Nolan Arenado will represent Puerto Rico in the World Baseball Classic. So, good for Puerto Rico. But I do want to talk about something somber, guys. Last night, I was supposed to come on the show, but things happened. It was the 6-year anniversary of Kobe Bryant's passing. Kobe Bryant, 2020 January. We all remember where we were, and it's just sad. One of those horrific incidents in the world of sports that will have an impact forever. You know, Kobe Bryant. You know, like my best friend Terrell. That's Kobe's guy. He was Kobe. Kobe was Terrell's guy, and seeing Kobe just so young at 41, passing away the way he did. You know, one of the greatest of all times. You know, I always say LeBron's number 1, Jordan's number 2, and I have always put Kobe number 3. You know, 18-time All-Star, 4-time All-Star MVP, 12-time member of the All-Defensive Team, 2008 Most Valuable Player, 2-time NBA Finals MVP, and ranked 4th in the league in all-time regular season scoring. So, it's sad. It's sad. It's one of those things where, like, I'm with you, McGrady. I would never get a helicopter because of that. I'm with you 1,000%. Fuck. It's just sad. It's just so sad. You know, especially with his daughter Gianna too, and also too the other people that were affected in that crash. You know, I don't want to just put, you know, Kobe Bryant passing. Of course, he was the most well known, but I want to get the names of the other people in the crash. But yeah, that was it just affected the world. Not even the world of sports, just the world around us. You know, I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out get the names. So 9 people on board were killed. Kobe and his 13-year-old daughter, Gianna. Basketball coach John Altobelli and his wife, Carrie, and their 14-year-old daughter, Alyssa. That's 3 members of your family gone, just like that. Sarah Chester and her 13-year-old daughter, Peyton. Basketball coach Christina Mauser and the pilot, Aura Zobayan. So 9 people that did not have to lose their life that day. Yeah, I know, Brigadier. There's one that goes over the strip, and I just, those don't attract me. But, so, rest in peace to Kobe Bryant and everybody else, but it's sad. Like, Thurman Munson, too, I want to make sure this is... Yeah, Thurman Munson, basketball catcher, died in a similar way. So, yeah, it's scary. It's scary, man. And it's scary, too, because when you think of it, too, when... I don't want... It's a sad. So... But, we got to talk about other things. One of my favorite basketball players of all time, Allen Iverson, is facing backlash. Iverson is facing heavy backlash following a disgusting appearance at a charity event in Melbourne, Australia, for children battling cancer. Yeah, NASCAR too, even with Dale Earnhardt. Dale Earnhardt passing the last lap of the race. I remember it. I was young, last lap of the race, in front of that many people, and especially one that connects with you and I a lot. Owen Hart's passing too. It just sucks. But Iverson arrived nearly 2 hours late. Security told the families he was having a bad day and didn't want to come out. He refused to allow parents in the room during the meeting. He refused to sign any jersey or memorabilia, and he did not speak to the children and kept his hands in the pockets during photos without smiling. One family reportedly drove over 6 hours before the event and described Iverson as having zero interest in being there. NBA champion and Australian legend Andrew Bogut tweeted Iverson as this is his words, absolute shit human for this. Fox Sports Australia spoke with Challenge CEO, who provided a statement, which I will post on the description. But yeah, sometimes when I'm never gonna be a world famous athlete. Okay, let's be in it. Okay, I'm too short to do sumo and I'm too fat to do basketball. Okay, let's be honest. But if you're gonna meet children with cancer, they're looking forward to seeing you. They're, turn everything off and just do what you gotta do. What's best, Oh, that's good stuff. But I love Allen Iverson, but not a good look for him. NHL, the Stadium Series is continuing. Boston Bruins and Tampa Bay Lightning at Raymond James Stadium. Raymond James Stadium in Tampa is set for February 1st. These Stadium Series are cool. They've had them all over the country, and oh wow, first cough of the show. But I think that's gonna be it for sports. We talked about it. We're gonna talk more deeply about the Rumble when I come back on Friday, or but one thing I want to talk about. We always end the show on a miscellaneous note. I do know, you guys know me, I do comedy on the side. I'm doing an open mic tomorrow at my home, away from home. The best comedy club in Vegas, in my opinion. I know there's others, but very sentimental with me. I'll be doing the open mic tomorrow. Wise guys, check it out. Town Square, 7 p.m., $5. And guys, I gotta do the breaking news sound. Guys. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for. I am proud to announce that I quit my job. I quit my job and I found a new job that I will be starting very soon. Long overdue. I'm not going to speak about anything negative or anything like that. I'm not doing it. I'm going to be the bigger man, literally and figuratively, and just move on. So, yeah, looking forward to the future. The past wasn't right for me, wasn't right for Babe, wasn't right for Rolly or Penny. So, I'm just proud to announce that I moved on from that position, and it is just such a weight off my shoulders. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Excuse me. I'm so excited. Yeah, long time coming. 2 years there. Enough is enough. Not going to talk about it, but I'm moving on to something better for not only me, but for the family, for the future family. And as I'm talking about that, a very special person has entered the chat. So I will be seeing you a lot more. And I'm excited about the future, what holds not only for this show, which I do also have breaking news about this show. Breaking news. I am going to put this on audio format. Yes. I haven't decided, Spotify, Apple Music. I haven't chose yet. But the other night I was like, I want to expand this. You can always look at my pretty face, my handsome, clean-shaven, mustache face. But I'm going to go put this on audio format. I'm very excited. I've asked my co-producer, Child LGBT, about what's the best direction to go. We're still working that out together. But that is... It's a good start for the show. I'm excited for the future of the show, future of me personal life, future of my work life. So yeah, I moved on, but I do want to say that I know last time we talked about this, I got a little bit of feedback, kind of stick to sports fatty kind of talk, but this whole ice situation in Minnesota needs to stop. I got angry last time about Renee Good. I'm gonna try to just not get angry about Alex Purdy, and just it's got to stop. We gotta do better as humans. We gotta do better as people. Gun control, lack of gun control. We talk about sports. We have fun. We make jokes, but yeah, enough is enough, and we need to stop. But. My thoughts and prayers are with Alex Purdy and his family, and Renee Good and his family, and everybody affected by this bullshit. But yeah, so that really is the show, guys. Thank you all for coming. We had such we had such a great show today. Thank you all. I think I had like 7 people in here, so we're growing. Please, I don't want to hound it, but I gotta hound it. Go subscribe. YouTube is big. It's getting views. I'm still up in the double digits every show. But let's try to get triple digits. Share, like, subscribe. It takes 1 second. It will just mean, it means nothing to you, but it will mean the world to me. 18 subscribers. That's not enough, guys. I want to get up here. I want to make this. I'm not stopping. You're going to see this face twice a week. So just go like it, subscribe, share it. Twitter's doing great things. BratSaidThatX. Follow me. What am I doing? But, guys, that's really the show. I really thank everybody that came. Oh, what is that? I don't want that. Thank you all for coming in. I had such a fun show. I love doing this. I love talking about it. But yeah, so big things are happening. So join the ride. Okay? You're going to remember this. When I'm on your screen, you're going to be like, hey, I remember when he had 18 followers on YouTube. I want to get a silver button right there. So follow me, please. Share. Instagram, I don't really use it for the show. TikTok, I don't use, and it looks like I'm not going to be using TikTok. But YouTube, BratSaidThatTube, BratSaidThatX on Twitter, X, and BodySlam.net. You know, I'm going to post my article when they post it on the website. But guys, that was it for the show. Thank you so much. I had such a fun show. Alex, McGrady, Garrett, Gil, thank you. Thank you for coming in. So, I'm going to go hang out with the dogs. Babe will be home in a couple hours. We're going to relax and hang out. And I will see you guys for episode number 33 in just a few days. So, remember, especially with everything going on, love each other. And love yourself too. And love sports. Alright? Bye guys.